My background, I am Scott Hildenbrand. I am your Geauga County Sheriff. I'm a lifelong resident of Geauga County, graduated from Chardon High School and the Auburn Career Center. Out of high school, I joined the local volunteer fire department, and that's what got me interested in public safety. I started in 1984 with the Chardon Police Department as a dispatcher, went on to school to become a patrolman, and then promoted to sergeant. In 2003, when Sheriff Simmons passed away, I was asked to come down to the Sheriff's office as the Chief Deputy. And in 2016 is when Sheriff McClellan decided to retire, and I was elected as the Sheriff and took office in 2017. I've attended Lakeland Community College. I'm a certified law enforcement manager by the Buckeye State Sheriff's Association, a graduate of the National Sheriff's Institute in Denver, Colorado, certified emergency medical technician, certified adult instructor. Much more community and professional involvement is listed on my handouts that I've only got 4 minutes, so I don't have time to go through that. I'm the father of 3 adult children, and I have over 35 years of Geauga County law enforcement experience. As sheriff, we purchased a $130,000 body scanner, which was one of my goals for the jail, to keep the contraband out. We purchased that with no tax money. We used the profits from the commissary, so none of us had to pay for that. We shared the purchase of 2 drones, which was something else that I was looking forward to that can be used by all the county safety forces. We converted all our cell phones to the FirstNet Public Safety Forces priority cell service and saved the county thousands of dollars. In 2019 alone, our deputies confiscated almost 11,000 THC vape pens, 25 pounds of marijuana, 116 marijuana plants, 5 pounds of cocaine, 4 pounds of methamphetamine, 23 grams of carfentanil, fentanyl, and heroin, and over $200,000 in U.S. currency. We also partner with mental health with the response team to homes after an overdose death. We provide DARE for our public, private, and Amish schools. All deputies are trained in the use of Narcan, CPR, AED, and have saved several lives over the years. I'm a member of the Geauga County Drug Court that Judge Paschke started last year. We have seen a deduction in the overall overdose deaths in the last year, and I like to think it's because of our aggressive approach to that. Our dispatchers answer the 911 phones and dispatch for all but 1 police department in the county and all the fire departments in the county. We do all this and much more with 117 full-time and 32 part-time employees. The Sheriff's Office jail has 182 beds in it. Those beds not being occupied by Geauga County arrests are rented out to other counties, cities, and federal government. We've brought back more than $15 million to the county since that jail was built, which helped pay off that $14 million jail in less than 9 years. The jail served more than 148,000 meals last year, to give you an idea. Our deputies are highly trained, which is evidence in the fact that they solved 3 cold case homicides, many robberies, break-ins, sex crimes in the last few years. Last year alone, there were 82 people indicted on multiple felony charges. As sheriff, I'm very proud of the fact that I work very closely with the other elected officials in the county. Especially important is the close relationship I have with Prosecutor Flays, all 4 judges, the county commissioners, and the great relationship with all the county police chiefs and fire chiefs in the county. I also work very closely with other neighboring sheriffs, and we have deputies assigned to Regional SWAT Team, Bomb Squad, U.S. Marshals, Violent Fugitive Task Force, Social Security Fraud Investigation Team, and a Northeast Ohio Fusion Center, and I'm almost done. One more sentence. Is that all right? We got more done when we worked together. Thank you. Kept getting close.
All right, any questions? Yes, sir.
Where do you stand on making Geauga County a gun sanctuary county?
Well,
Did everybody hear the question?
No.
Where does the sheriff stand on making Geauga County a gun sanctuary county?
I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, the state is already a gun sanctuary state. It doesn't really mean that much other than the fact that you're making a statement, and I'm all for that.
Okay. Another question? because I know you're soft voiced.
Yeah. And a lot of attention and resources have been put towards the overdose issue and managing and trying to reduce the incidence of overdose. Is there anything else that you see or a trending in law enforcement that you would want to redirect additional resources toward besides that?
Well, just yesterday, we met with Congressman Joyce, the prosecutor Flays, Judge Paschke, Commissioner Spitaleri, and the fire chief from Chester to talk about that very thing. And the congressman's concern was where could he help to bring money to help us. Unfortunately, or fortunately, right now we're seeing a swing away from the opiates, and it's going towards the methamphetamines. The only good part about that is that people aren't really overdosing and dying from methamphetamines. But the disconnect in my mind is the treatment. Because once you become addicted to these opioids, it changes the chemical balance in your brain, and it takes years. It's like an alcoholic. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. And we give them good treatment in the jail, and they have good follow-up, but the disconnect is when they get out, because there's not enough places for them to go and get that treatment and keep them, because sometimes it takes years. So I guess to answer your question, that's where I feel the money needs to go. We spend a lot of money on education with DARE, and we've been teaching kids since they were little that this is bad. And I can't believe that nobody knows that. I think they all know it's bad. I just think they can handle it, and unfortunately they can't in many cases.
Any other question? Okay. Scott, thank you.
To have the privilege of having the job of making the roads safe, that's rewarding for me. Getting through a storm and seeing the final product of what you've done, it's something I take pride in, and because of it being a challenge, it's something I enjoy doing.